The Iliad and the Odyssey are epic poems attributed to the ancient Greek poet Homer. They are the oldest works of literature in the Western world and the foundation on which all of Western literature is built. So if you want to understand the works of Shakespeare, Dante, Milton, Goethe, you have to first understand Homer. And that is not surprising because these two poems are basically the entire history of Western literature in a nutshell. Everything that happens in the Iliad happens again in the Odyssey, just 10 years later. All the characters in the Odyssey were created to be in the Iliad. There's really no such thing as character development in literature until we get to these two poems. The Iliad is the story of the Trojan War and the wrath of Achilles. Achilles is the greatest warrior on the Greek side, but he has a really bad temper. When Agamemnon, the king of Mycenae and leader of the Greek forces, takes his prize captive, Briseis, from Achilles, Achilles gets so pissed that he stops fighting and basically sulks for the rest of the poem. Now, this is a problem for the Greeks because the Trojans, led by the godlike hero Hector, are kicking their asses, but Achilles is like, "No, I'm not playing until I get my girl back." And that's kind of the theme of the whole poem. It's about Achilles and his journey to get his girl back. He doesn't get her back, but he does kill Hector and get his armor, which is, I guess, a kind of prize even better than Briseis. And then at the end of the poem, Achilles gets a vision from the gods telling him that if he keeps on being a dick, lightning's gonna strike him dead. So then he goes back to fighting and stuff, but it's too late. The Greeks lose. The poem ends with the Greeks packing up their stuff and getting ready to go home, which conveniently segues us right into the Odyssey. The Odyssey is the story of Odysseus's journey home after the Trojan War. Now, Odysseus is also known as Ulysses, and he is the king of Ithaca. And the whole time he's gone, there's this huge palace intrigue as various people try to seize the throne while he's gone. But he comes back, kicks everyone out, and reunites with his wife Penelope and son Telemachus. And that's the whole story, more or less. Just a guy coming home after a long journey, like a lot of other stories about guys coming home after a long journey, like the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Tale of the Hagi Man, the Divine Comedy, Don Quixote, the Canterbury Tales, the Decameron, Leaves of Grass, Moby Dick, the Lord of the Rings, the Chronicles of Narnia, Harry Potter, The Hunger Games, A Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah, the Odyssey is basically the story of every story ever told. But anyway, those are the two greatest works of literature ever written.